G'day, welcome to the nursery here for the tree project. Now what we're going to be looking at today is cutworm, which can be a bit of an issue with these little seedlings because a worm will live inside the dirt which you can't even see, and then it will come up at night and then eat the stalks, the small stems of the trees, and effectively kill them, which isn't very good for propagation or your little seedlings, obviously, because then we won't be able to fulfill the whole box. So you can get sprays and things, but what we've found is a really good method is actually drowning them. So what I've got here is just a bucket. The right size for these cat trays, you'll have to get a bigger one for the styrofoam boxes so they can fit in. Now just fill it up with water up to a nice level. And then what you want to do is get the seedling trays and make sure that you put it in slowly so that all the seedlings don't just float to the top. You've got to keep the pressure and then allow them to sink. You'll see all the air bubbles and everything forming, and what will essentially happen is the worms in there will start to suffocate. They'll float to the surface and you can actually see them, and I'll show you some pictures of some of the worms just sitting on the top. And then once you just pull the tray out, let it drain, you can just pick the worms up and kill them, give them to the chooks or something, and if you've got chooks, and and then you've got the cutworms out of that tray. Go on to the next one. I wouldn't suggest doing this over too much, because you wouldn't want to make it a too regular thing, because you can actually draw all the nutrients out of the soil. So just if you feel like you've got a problem, or if there's any signs of a cutworm in a certain tray, this is a really good method of getting rid of them. The great thing about this method is it doesn't only get rid of the cutworm, it can get rid of some other insects that you might not want in there as well. So you see earwigs, they can actually crawl up and kill some of the seedlings as well. So they'll all float to the surface. Probably leave them in there for about 2 minutes just to wait until they come to the surface, and if there aren't any, then you just pull it out and go on to the next one. As you can see, there's still some earwigs still working their way out of the ground, trying to find their way to the top. Now, this is a good example of, I actually sprayed these just a few days ago, and the earwigs obviously survived the spraying, but this dunking method, they're all having to float to the top because there's no other choice in the matter. Now to take it out, you just want to come out nice and slowly. I guess the good news is there's no cutworm in this one.